Hey everybody, sorry. Of course, things are happening as such. So I haven't had in mood to film. Been cleaning when my grandpa is at archery. So trying to keep myself busy. That way, my cleared. That and also my mom went back to the hospital. Um, Hopefully we'll get a-okay and have him back here at a kind of recovery place that does um, people with other other recoveries. Um, he did get the trach in, got that done. Um, so yeah. Um, let's see what else. Yesterday he said his name, so he slowly. It's good. Mom told me today, just a few minutes ago, that doctors say that his brain is gonna. It's gonna take a while for everything to process and stuff. So that will take a very long time because his brain shrunk so much, and so much damage. We don't know how much damage his that caused to his brain, especially all those falls and hitting his head and stuff. Um, so he got that to help the breathing, so he can breathe on his own a little bit better. Hopefully, we're not sure if it's going to be permanent or not. Um, but yeah, for right now, he does have a feeding tube that does food and also, help, um, you know, meds and stuff, because of the trach and, him in and out of being awake and not awake and responding and, that kind of stuff. Today they had a nurse come and did blood, and he finally felt that. Um, Mom had to hold his arm down for that. He has mittens type things because he wants to grab. Um, Especially when he had the breathing tube, he wanted to grab that. But this he wants to grab. He actually can use his mouth to undo the glove and try to grab. So yeah, that's great. Um, but he's doing okay. It's just, you know, slow process. Um, so what else? I think that's all I can remember. Top of my head. Oh, and the place that we went to see, um, it seems very nice place. Um, the rooms are big, and they do, the people do their clothes. So you write their names on the back of the collar, and they wash their clothes for them. They do have a shower room. Um, they're really nice. Um, like gym kind of recovery, you know, thing. Lot of equipment, and it's a big room. There's nice windows so they can get some light. Um, so yeah, it seems like a good place and stuff like that. Um, I know he needs more of a nurse one, but with insurance and stuff, it's nah. And then it's because we want him here in Yuma, up in Phoenix, because the distance and everything is really hard. Um, so yeah. So our plan has been backed up. So hopefully next year we'll move back. and then be closer to Rhonda, and Rhonda can see him, and Elisha and his girlfriend and their little one can come from Florida to see us and stuff like that and see him. Um, but yeah, it's we weren't expecting this, so it's if something going on your parents or so, just you know, it could be and there's people that their bodies can't handle so much spinal fluid, and things happen like that. Things swell up, or it has to go somewhere. So yeah, it's just sad that it was. We still don't know. They don't know where or how it happened. Um, it's like with Rhonda's daughter, Roro. It's the same with her heart. Her heart gave out. You know, it's like we don't know why it did that. So it's sad that things like that are very silent, and you never know. Um, let's see what else. Where mom is still fighting to get glasses. Um, Grandpa's doing okay. Of course, he's getting older, so his body is getting catching up. So of course, his memory is not there half the time. Um, he's very finicky. His driving. Hmm, that man needs to stop driving. He ran a red light one day. Like, come on. And then he had a car behind him that was on his butt, and he decided to slow down. I'm like, dude, don't pay attention to that guy. What if you slam on your brakes and you hit a car in front of you? So yeah, that's my extent of more exciting stress of life. Um, let's see, I'm trying to hang in there. This will be like an update, mental health check-in type thing. Um, my mental health is, not that great. Um, so I'm just hanging there, cleaning here and there, you know, clean the best I can. I would like to do some major cleaning, so, but I don't want to touch his stuff and make him mad. But it's hard when you're living with a person going through hard grief and just shut down and don't care about their place. So basically, my grandpa does not give a crap. There, sorry I said that, but I said it in a weird way. But I love him, but it's a love and hate relationship. You gotta, it's a love and hate relationship in this whole family situation of, both sides don't like each other. Welcome to my life. Anyways, so this house is getting old, of course. The saddest thing is he thinks it's okay to live in a house when you hear the weather person say, "Oh, make sure you have air conditioning and stay indoors because the summer weather and the triple digits and stuff like that." I'm like, okay. So of course his main air conditioning is is good, but not to the extent of being cooling the whole house type thing. So we have this other air conditioning that you put in, partially in the window, and then, the main part on the floor, and stuff like that. It helps in the living room and the kitchen, which is nice. And during the evening or so at night, it cools a lot. In the morning, it feels good. So, of course, it's trying to do its job of circulating and stuff like that. But come on, it's like 80 or 90 degrees in this house, or maybe even 100 or so. And, you know, come on, I'm still getting nauseous here and there. Not as bad as the first time being here. We literally had to get that air conditioning thing for the living room because we were getting sick. And you think it's okay to live in this? Dude, I'm surprised you are alive. Um, so yeah, a lot of convincing and that kind of stuff. But I love my grandpa. I don't know if this house even has insulation. He doesn't care about this house. He doesn't care about the outside. Because he has a shed and his tool stuff. Basically, my grandpa is a semi hoarder, and it makes me have the ick. I'm the type of person, yeah, I have my days of not cleaning or doing anything because of my mental health. But there's days I get a bug up my butt or so, and I clean. I deep clean, you know. So it's hard. Only thing I can do is to clean our stuff, kind of declutter, move things so it's not too much. Especially like yesterday, I moved, cleaned this table next to beside me right here. This is the dining room. I'm in the kitchen, by the way. Um, Anyways, I clean off the table. There's still some stuff, but he can have the table to eat properly for his breakfast. Because my dad's not here, so I move his stuff out of the way so it's not too much because he has so much stuff, especially pills. He has so much pills. I had to move that in this uh, divider shelf thing that we have like bandages and stuff because of him having my dad having a butt rash from sitting too long. I did not know that was a thing, so please, get up once in a while. Don't want you to get that because that stuff is nasty. I tell you, it's nasty. But anyways, it's getting better at the hospital, which is great. They're taking care of that. But it's like, you know, it's it's hard. You feel bad for them because they're going through that, but it's like you don't need to, you know, have your clothes on the floor, have papers. He even has stacks of papers over by his computer and such, and it's just like piled, and he keeps random things like um, prescription. You get those um, papers, they um, staple the bag and the paper together. He keeps those, and I'm like, he has a whole drawer in his office, that office slash guest room I'm in. Down below, he has a crap load of it. And I'm not trying to cuss on here. I have a very bad potty mouth, but I'm trying to keep it minimum. Um, but like, dude, you do not need to keep all of those. But that's what hoarders are. They keep a lot of stuff. At least one thing, it's papers and sometimes, that you can recycle and stuff like that. But at least it's not like garbage. If it was garbage, that'd be another thing. But it's not. Thank God. But yeah, I'm just when my mom finally get new glasses and seeing better and stuff like that, then we can take that next step of getting a motorhome, that kind of stuff, and then see what happens on the next step with my dad and stuff. Um, but yeah, that's what's going on. Um, I'll still make videos here and there. Just bear with me. I'm try to take care of myself and my mental health, and you know, staying productive, and cleaning is a way of letting that stuff off my shoulders, or listening to music, or playing my games, that stuff. So just bear with me. Um, so yeah, thank you for watching, and thank you for supporting and stuff like that. Um, I love you guys. Be safe. Take care of yourself and your loved ones. And just live life a little bit better. That's all I have to say. All right. Bye, guys.